Hey guys, it's Jeff here again from Barely Good Enough Garage. Me and old Max, we're out here working in the junk and the rust. Want to do another little walk around with you. I know this car may even look worse than the other first gens. But anybody in the know who has fooled with any of these will see that the trunk is actually quite solid. The drip rails around the back are all there, as well as around the glass. It naturally needs quarters, which first gen doesn't. And the floorboards are not god awful. I pulled this out of the woods. Yes, it needs patches. I wouldn't say it needs a full floor. This is an automatic car. Nothing super special about it. It is a show you what I've been up to for the past week. Turning this carcass hull into a roller. Got the subframe under it, new subframe connectors, little rattle can rebuild. Max is helping out with the rebuild over there. This is not a bad car at all. Got deluxe doors. I actually had some deluxe door panels to go in here. It's a little Fred Flintstone-y, but I've got all the stuff to fix that in another shell. The trunk is not awful. Around the wheel lip, window lips is not bad. Needs quarters. It's the same one you saw sitting down there in the weeds with no front on it. Hey guys, I didn't put my mic on, so I'll try to speak up. Especially when I come up with a pro tip here. Yeah, 'cause I'm a real pro. I'm gonna be installing these drop downs. These, not new, just parts. But for some reason it seems though people don't have vision to be able to tell what something actually looks like. So I've put these cars out there at a more than reasonable price, and people are not able to comprehend what they're looking at. So I have gathered parts from all around the property and managed to piece enough together to put this car back home. Well, at least as a roller. I'm not going to use all the bolts to put it together, because I'm going to presume someone that does buy this will take it apart. It's not, you still need to take it apart, paint it, or fix rust, or whatever you're going to do to it. What I did buy was I bought a core support kit from Amazon, which was I think $30. That's money well spent. Comes with bushings, bolts, everything. The only thing it did not have was it was missing 2 big washers for, I had to get some washers to put the middle bolt in. And then I bought a front end kit. Hey buddy, hey. I bought a front end kit off of eBay or either Amazon, and it came with all the clips to put a lot of this stuff is new. These little J clips, you can try to reuse them, but what I found is most of the time that you do, you run into the problem of they're rusty and you get your bolt about 3/4 of the way in, and then the inside of the J snaps off. And now you're stuck with a bolt halfway in and halfway out. So, I think the bolt kit was something around maybe $40. It comes with a ton of these for inner fenders. It's supposed to be enough to do a whole car. I can't do anything with gloves on. I've tried. So these are the old ones. You can already see one of them. It's already broken out. The other thing I try to do to make life a little easier is to tap, and all the holes I use a little PB, and you can use WD-40 or whatever, and I will run a tap through all the holes on the body. You're already putting new bolts in. You run that tap in, you can just about finger tight everything. There's a couple up here that I need to do, here and here. I've got a nifty little thing that goes on the end of a ratchet or a gun. Guns are so nice. Just makes life easier. You can put your lower valance on. Really about 3 taps if you don't have a set is about all you need. A 3/8, 16 thread, and then the smaller ones like these J bolts. And here's one that got stuck. I was trying to clean out some of these. I just said to heck with it. I'll just put all new in there. This set of, let's see, what is this? This is an old one. This is Sears and Roebuck Company. It's a master tap. So what it is it's a set of little sockets that your taps fit into. And then it has either a 1/2 inch or a 3/8 inch or a 1/4 inch drive to it. I'll use my little gun, or I use a ratchet sometimes. But if it's hard going, it sure does make life so much easier. And this little, all this thing does is just hold your tap so that you can grab it, and you don't have to fool with that little thing. Or find a little tiny wrench. It's really meant for had a ratchet, I'm sure it wouldn't work. And it's on. So I always soak this down a little bit. I like to take it and start it so that I'm not cutting cross springs in it. But it's so easy. And then you could use a thread chaser. It just cleans everything up. Just a little bit of time ahead of time. If you're going to use old Okay. I think we're good. Makes life so much easier. One more. I don't have a real high-end set of taps. I've used some Harbor Freight stuff. I really like Harbor Freight. I'm a Harbor Freight addict for sure. But some of their taps are not hard. They won't cut like that. And if you've ever run a tap in and got it stuck part way or broke it off, I used a cheap easy out the other day. It broke off and it doesn't do very good coming out. You're in a world of hurt trying to drill out a hardened piece. Yeah, it's too hard to drill and too soft to do its job. And I'm not bagging on them at all because their stuff, some of the stuff you get, their Bauer drill bits, fantastic. That is the best drill bit I have ever used. I have drilled heavy steel. Got a set the other day. It seemed like some of them were great and then some of them were not very hard. Or maybe too hard. They were snapping off. Some of them, they'll chew like you've never seen a drill bit chew. And I mean over and over and over through steel. So, especially when you start talking about specialty tools, that you might not use hardly at all, you better believe it. And I'm not sponsored by him. He's been accused of being cheap from time to time. Something else that I like to do is not pull everything up super tight. Always leave your core support loose. When you get the hood on especially, which can be a booger to get lined up, it helps a lot to have your core support loose. Sometimes you have to rack that whole front end around. And we've had to take them apart, take them loose, and put them back together, and take them loose, and put them back together. It's easier just to leave it loose where you can slide it a little bit. So I just get a bolt in there enough that it will hold it. I'll come back later and tighten it. trying to see if all of these, this is for just screws. Before I get too far into it, let me see how bad they are. No, we can make those work. It just holds the screw where it goes through. Just don't want them to be in too rough a shape. And this is another reason why I leave things loose, so that things can slide into place. Just like that. I have lights for it. I'm gonna give it a little. Let me give it a little epoxy here, just to kind of hold things together. That spot there is gonna take a little tweaking. I've got a hammer in there that I'll give it a little tweak with. But all in all, it's coming along. Starting to look like a car again. I've got headlight buckets to put in. I've got these bezels for the side. Let's see where they go. Set them up here. Just to give you an idea. She's coming together. Let's see what I've got up here in my bolt drill. Bigger ones. Yeah, some new ones. I might put all these on here also. Pop the drill back out, and in the kit, it already has new stuff, new screws for the light bezels. Like I said, you don't have to run back and forth to the pawn store. That's the big thing. You can't hardly beat that. Just need to get it in here to see how she fits. That one should come on up. Be real easy. '67 is a little different because of the top, the bottom, and this middle piece here that's riveted. You can buy everything that's replacement for it. This is the only piece that's tweaked pretty good right here. We'll straighten this out, and then I'm gonna put a little epoxy and where the middle pieces have broken out. But that won't take long. All right, guys. And dug into my secret Camaro stand and found some headlight buckets and some marker lights. I have more than this, but this will get us going. worked on the grill some. I think we're gonna, I straightened it out. Where it's livable. Now it's just Legos, pieces and parts. So I'll have to find more of these. Straighten that out a little bit. Use a little clip, and you're not going to be able to get anything but a wrench into here. Just little screws. That's got it held. We'll slide everything around. I found some better looking end bezels in my stash. They'll clean up good. Usually a little bit of steel wool. You can use a Brillo, and these usually clean up really good. I'll have to find another headlight bucket. They're here, I just have to find them.